Hey guys, the other day, last week, I was down at Buffalo's. Tony and I had been doing some lessons and playing around a little bit, and he was talking to some of his friends. So I was just on the table. This was table 18 at Buffalo's, which is their TV table, their tightest table. It's an inch and a quarter pockets, and it had been recovered that morning. So the cloth was obviously still pretty slick. And I was just seeing if I could make the shot, bank this 10 back to here, just seeing, just basically killing time, like I said, while Tony was distracted. One of the guys watching, he saw me miss, 2 or 3 times in a row, and said, "You'll never make that shot at that speed on new cloth." And I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right, but I'm going to find out." So it was kind of funny. Right after I said I'm going to find out, I made it like 5 times in a row, which is pretty darn rare for me. Well, pretty darn rare for me to make any shot 5 times in a row. But one of the people that was watching, I knew him from last year and from this year. I knew he was a good player and all that. And he wanted to try the shot, and he asked if he could use my cue to shoot the shot. And I let him do it. What wasn't this cue? It was my Southwest. And that's pretty rare for me. One of the first things I ever got in an instructional book, I probably got it out of the 99 Critical Shots in Pool, back a billion years ago, was don't let anybody else shoot with your cue. They could screw it up, or whatever else, So, but anyway, I let him because I knew he was a good player. I knew he was going to take care of. He was going to be careful. I knew if he did screw it up, he would make it right. So he shot the shot, and he made it first try. That was cool. It's not an easy shot. But what got me was he hit the ball, and he said, "Wow, this hits fantastic. What is this?" He had a wow moment with my Southwest. I've never had a wow moment with my Southwest on the hit. I had wow moments like with this Peach Hour or with my Josh cues, not with the Southwest. But he did. He said, "What is that?" I said, "Well, the Southwest." "Oh, okay." The other guy, also watching all that, I didn't know him as a pool player, but I knew him as a trustworthy guy. He wanted to try a shot as well. So he asked me, and I said, "Sure." So the other guy gave him the cue, and he shot. He missed it, whatever. And he said, "Wow, this is really freaking great." He already knew it was a Southwest. But once again, I haven't had that with the Southwest. Not a wow, this hits really freaking great type of a moment. I said, "Sure, this is good. It hits really good. My Southwest is really good." But it is not a wow cue for me. The next day, what's the next day? Yeah, the next day, Tony and I were doing some more instructional stuff, and I gave him my Southwest. Said, "Can you hit some balls with this, and just tell me what you think? I won't be offended if you don't like the hit or whatever." Tony shoots with a Southwest, so he knows what they're, he knows what a good Southwest feels like and hits like. So, who better to ask? And I asked him, and he shot some shots with it. He thought the tip was too thick, but it's just a tip. It's a triangle tip. But he said that it is just fine. He said it's just as good as his personal playing cue. Okay, fine. Maybe I'm just the weird one that. Well, and I'm not going to say I don't like the hit of my Southwest. I've never said that. I've just said I have cues that I like the hit better. That's what I've said. I've had wow moments with this. Every time I hit a ball with this cue, every time I hit a ball with any of my Josses or any of my other PGRs, they're wow. I want that. I want to have a cue that is my main playing cue, then I'm gonna like the looks of, I'm gonna like whatever street cred it has and stuff like that. But also gives me that wow moment. My main playing cue right now is my Southwest. I like the way it looks. It definitely got street cred. Not the greatest hitting cue. It is a very good hitting cue, but not the greatest. I have a Tascarella. Same deal. It's very good, but not great. And this is all so damn subjective. But what I want is I want a cue that has the looks I like, the street cred I like, and the hit that I like. I want something that checks all the boxes. And I don't think that's too much to ask for. All the cue makers out there in the world, somebody's got to make a cue that checks all the boxes for me. Oh, there's a miss. I haven't found it yet, and I continue to look. When I get one, when I find that cue, I don't know what that means as far as me collecting cues goes. Do I just stop because I've reached the pinnacle? I thought that when I got the Southwest, that I'd reached the pinnacle of like street cred and all that. And I kind of still believe that. A Southwest and a Tascarella are both bucket list cues for me. But I think I can go higher. I can go higher by having a cue that I like the looks of, that I like the street cred, and that hits fantastic. Not great, but fantastic. That's what I want. And we'll see. Yeah. If I find one and I'm able to purchase it, then I'm going to purchase it. And then I can play every game that I shoot, every shot that I shoot. I can, wow, inside my head. Hopefully I'm not vocalizing. Wow. That would get old really quick to my opponents, I bet. But inside my head, I can be impressed with how good my cue hits every shot that I shoot. That would be cool. And then when I'm sitting down or whatever, I go to pick up the cue, then I can still go, wow, looks great. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking things. I do that a lot. I was thinking the other day, if something happened and like I lost my job, for example, and then I decided for some reason that I had to make a living playing pool. Well, first problem with that is I'm not good enough to make a living playing pool. But if for some reason I decided that was the path I was going to take, then that Southwest would not be the cue that I would get the best odds with. The best, if I had to make a living playing pool, I would be shooting with something like this. I should be shooting with something like this. That hits better and to me therefore plays better than a Southwest or a Tascarella or whatever else that I might have over there. The PCHRs to me hit great. The Josses hit great. And if I had to make a living playing pool, then that's what I would be doing. I think, luckily, I do still have a job, and so I don't have to try to figure out how to make a living playing pool when I'm, upper middle class at best, I think is what I said as far as ability goes. But I'm absolutely looking. I'm looking for a cue, like I said, that checks all the boxes for me. And I haven't found one. Sometimes I think I found them and they're not it. The Southwest is one of those cues. It wasn't one. It didn't check all the boxes. The Tascarella does not check all the boxes. Everything that I have is like that. But I will continue to look, and when something comes up, I will attempt to buy it. And because of the way the world works nowadays, I'm buying cues without ever being able to hit a ball with them. I mean, for the most part, there would be situations where I could find somebody selling a cue and they would let me hit a couple balls with it, that type of deal. But for the most part, you're buying over the internet and shit like that, or you're buying from some dealer who won't let you shoot with the cue. I guess because he's afraid you're going to screw it up. I don't know the answer to that question, and frankly, I don't try. The cues that I have, for the most part, I've just bought them over the internet. Oh, there's one pool supply store in Louisville where I bought a few of my cues, and he'll let me hit some balls with it, with a cue before I buy it. For the most part, no, you know. So what will happen is something will come along. I love the looks of it. I love the street cred of it. I'll get it, buy it, and hope that it gives me that wow moment when I hit a ball with it. And if it does, then yay. And if it doesn't, then it goes on my wall, and I start searching again. This is just me. And yeah, I've said before, you know, at least I'm not spending all my money on crack and stuff. It's pool cues, and in theory, my sisters and their descendants and stuff can either, you know, sell the cues or hell, learn to play pool and have a cue that they really enjoy, and to remember me by and all that bullshit. I guess that's all I want to say on this video. We'll talk to you later.